So today I wanted to do a live stream this Sunday evening. The autumn breeze, the breezing, and I just want to share something really quick that I've been personally reflecting on, and I think could help some of you by reflecting on. Wow, my own computer notified me that I'm live streaming. While I'm starting this live, I'm just going to check the audio. I'm doing something different today. I'm keeping my window open because I'm really enjoying this autumn breeze, and I want to see if the audio really is that bad with the window open, because usually I'll turn off the air conditioner, I'll close the window, sweat my life away, be super uncomfortable while filming because of how hot I am. And I got like a sweatsuit, a little matching sweatsuit. You guys want to see the outfit of the day? Got some pockets. So I'm not trying to sweat, even though I have a sweatsuit. Like, I'm trying to feel the breeze and be comfy. Let me see. Let's see what this audio is looking like. If I have to, I'll talk like into my microphone, like, "Hey guys, hey little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Tell me something. Did you like today? Got a sexy ass body." I don't even know the whole. Oh my gosh, my phone's dead. Okay, I guess we'll never know. So today I want to talk about downplaying your emotions and downplaying your problems. I am guilty of this. I have been guilty of this in the past. And lately I've been like really confronting myself, confronting my emotions, some emotions that I tend to ignore, that I tend to ram down because it's like a shadow part of me that I don't want to be shown. It's just something that makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I don't want to acknowledge the truth. Like in the past, I've just rammed my own emotions and my own problems. And I think we all do it in a sense out of comfortability, because acknowledging the truth and acknowledging those emotions can be a lot more painful than ignoring them. But I wanted to chat about this today because this could be something getting in the way of helping you get to where you want to be in life. Sometimes the emotions that you're avoiding, the part of yourself that you're trying to ram down and hide, the things that you're trying to convince yourself that you don't want, the problems that you're trying to convince yourself aren't that big of a deal, are that big of a deal. And they need to be solved. They need to be addressed. They need to be confronted. They shouldn't be numbed. I mean, everyone needs to deal with their own problems in their own way. But sometimes numbing and being in denial and ignoring just delays your greatness. And you would think that it's not that big of a deal, but sometimes it is. So for me, as an example, I mean, I've mentioned this in a live stream before. I wasn't an assertive person in high school. I was very as in grade school overall, I just wasn't an assertive person. And I think the way that we are is based off of the way that we're raised. Like really looking at the way that you were parented and the way that you were treated, the things that you weren't allowed to do, the things that were deemed bad as a kid kind of creates who you are as an adult. And you can't change that until you address that. So as a kid, I love my parents. My parents are amazing. But as a kid, sometimes I couldn't speak up. It's stay in child's place. Don't talk back to me. And it's just speaking up, I'd get in trouble. As an example, it wasn't a big issue, but just an example. So let's say let me just use a scenario that isn't me, because this really isn't about me. Let's say you're someone that had no say in things, that couldn't really express themselves, that, whenever you saw something was wrong, your parent kind of told you to stay in a child's place. Maybe you got in trouble for speaking out and having boundaries as a kid. And becoming an adult, you carry that with you. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're probably still carrying those things that you were conditioned to believe from your childhood. And the reason why you're ramming down certain parts of you, the reason why you're ramming down certain emotions, or perhaps you're ignoring certain problems, is because like it could be the way that you were conditioned to deal with things, and you can uncondition yourself to do that. Because if you don't uncondition yourself and you continue to operate with that, how can you address a problem? How can you solve a problem if you're not even like, if you're in denial of it, you know? I guess I'll use me as an example, back to like me being assertive. Here comes the cars. Oh, let me let this car pass. When my window's open, it literally sounds like I'm outside. Like I'll be on a phone and I'll be like, I'm home, I'm cooking, you know, I'm just relaxing. And I'll have the person on the other end be like, are you really home? Like it sounds like you're outside. And it's like, no, like I'm home. And they'll be like, why are you lying? And I'm just like, I'm not. City life. Like, what can I say? Ooh, I have one of my bandanas here. Let's see if it goes with the commercial break. It kind of goes with the lipstick. Should I wear the bandana for this live stream? Or shan't I? I don't know. I don't think like this outfit goes with a bandana, but it's like, but it goes with the lipstick. So we're gonna keep it. Today I'm rocking my natural hair. All mine, no sock bun, just length. I remember in like in the past I would wear, not in the past, like in middle school I'd wear like a sock bun, and I would like try to ram my hair in to get like something like this, and now it's just I effortlessly boop. The magic of black hair, honestly, I love it. Like I originally, let me show y'all the magic of my hair real quick. I originally had my hair like in a poof. Let me take this bandana out. Commercial break real quick. And I was kind of wearing it like this out today. I just walked Pepsi. And I had like, you know, I played around with the curls, played around with the bun. Sometimes I'll put it to the side, make it look a certain way. But I had it like this originally. But sometimes I'll just tuck it in, and it's just as simple as that. And now we got a bun. Like the power of black hair. Like I'm telling you, people think just because I wear wigs, I don't love my hair. Like get out of here with that whack ass stereotype. Put the bandana back on. Should I put my hair out? Right now it's like kind of like got shrunk somehow, so it doesn't look as fabulous. So I think I'm gonna like pull it back like this. We're just gonna do this. Maybe I'll put like a little piece here. No, we're not doing that. Okay. Enough of that. What was I saying? Oh yes. Problems and emotions. They're really easy to ignore, especially when we think it's not a big deal. So I want to get into some examples for small creatives, because you guys are small creatives. I mean, some of you guys are watching me. You don't even have a YouTube channel or TikTok or like trying to create. Cool. I'm here helping anyone trying to like create the life that they want. But mainly my audience that I'm speaking to is mainly small creatives. YouTubers, TikTokers, whatever it may be, it trying to create the life that they want. So I'm going to give a few examples of that and how maybe certain emotions in your journey to grow your presence online, they could be solved just by simply addressing the problem and solving it instead of ramming it down. So if you're really uncomfortable on camera, for an example, because I know some of you don't like being in front of a camera, that's fine. You don't have to identify with that. You don't have to stay uncomfortable on camera. It goes back to the last live stream that I went into about looking at problems as challenges and not just problems. You can look at that as a challenge. So if you're uncomfortable on camera, instead of identifying with that, instead of just like kind of like ignoring that problem and just seeing it as a problem, you can just simply practice and then become great at being on camera. There are some people who don't even ask to have certain skills. They have those skills because they practice them and they just got really good. Like some people naturally got gifts, but some people are really good at what they do because they just simply practice. Not every person that is good on camera was good on camera in the beginning. There are some people who are. I don't know why I keep looking at the mic as if the cameras are here. There are some people who are, but if you're bad on camera, if you're uncomfortable on camera, you can get better at that just by practicing. But if you're ignoring this problem of you being bad on camera, you will forever be bad on camera. You will just like run with that until the cows come home, and that is just what it's gonna be. And it doesn't have to be that way. Address that problem, confront that problem, and look at it as a challenge and see what you can do about it. Another example, if you struggle waking up on time, to get things done, this is something I did in high school. Before I started my YouTube channel, I'd be like, I don't have time. I just simply don't have time to do YouTube. And like, sometimes you really don't. But I could have really made it work. But instead of looking at ways to make it work, I just like procrastinated for a few years starting my YouTube channel. It wasn't until my last year of high school that I started taking YouTube seriously. I procrastinated starting my YouTube channel for like a good 3 years. I knew I wanted to be a YouTuber, I think in middle school. And I knew what the problem was. The problem was that I didn't have time. But instead of looking at it as a challenge and looking at how I can make time, I was just like, well, I'm just going to wait until like one day I have that time. And then eventually I just like kind of snapped out of it. I kind of had to like snap myself out of it and be like, you know what, Malaysia, you need to make time. We need to make time. What are we going to do? Like, because it's not going to just magically, sometimes the solutions do appear, but don't wait around for them. You have to create them sometimes. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wake up early in the morning and film. And I'm going to edit late at night. And that's what I did the beginning of my YouTube journey. Here goes another truck. Commercial break. Let me drink some water. Oh, it's not even passing. I heard another fryer truck, but it's like going the other way. If you don't have time for YouTube, as another example, if you're like, I don't have time for YouTube, I just don't see myself having a time for YouTube, but deep down, you want to start a YouTube channel. You've been wanting to start for a while. A lot of the time, a lot of people, what I see, they'll do they'll go hard on another platform and they'll eventually start that YouTube channel. But for some time, they'll be in denial of the fact that they want to start a YouTube channel because of that problem that they're in denial of. They're just seeing it as a problem. You need to see it as a challenge. If you don't have time for YouTube, if you don't have, if you have a problem, look for the solution. It's that simple. And it wasn't when I first started my journey and first identifying what I wanted out of life and then going after it. It was like not even just problems, but emotions. I've been conditioned to like hide parts of myself, and I can't really pin everything that has led me to be this way, but I've noticed that when I'm angry or when I'm upset, I usually hide it. I was conditioned to be a people pleaser. And for a long time, I was a people pleaser, and I'm still unconditioning that people pleasing poly out of me because I'm now I've addressed it like about a few years ago, that it's a problem. I was like bullied at every job that I had. I was bullied in middle school. I have like a story time on it that I'll like link down below in the description because it was they had no mercy on my little booty. It was really bad. I'm gonna leave that story time down in the description below so I can know about my humble beginnings. It just sucked being around people. Like I was always nervous, like being in new environments, because like I felt like I couldn't fend myself because I was so scared of being mean or being a bitch or being like seeming like someone who's rude. So to prevent that, I would just be super, super overly nice and overly catering and overly worried. And that got me nowhere. That got me nowhere. That got me abused. That got me bullied. That got me taken advantage of. That got me no respect. So I decided to stop ignoring this problem of me not being assertive. And the way that I personally solved it, everyone like has their own solution, but the way that I personally solved it is I got myself a book on how to not, literally a book called How to Not Be Nice. And like I studied that. And then I also like, I just started to like try to pinpoint where it came from and basically rewrite these subconscious beliefs that I need to hide when I'm angry, that I need to hide when I'm upset, that I need to hide when like something is bothering me. Because if you hide that, if you ram your emotions, if you ram your problems, they just continue. It gets worse. So it's like for now, you're probably like, I mean, yeah, this is bothering me, but like it's not bothering me too much to the point where like I need to say something. It will. You could be saying like, oh, well, this is a problem, but it's not a problem enough to where like I need to solve it. You know, I'm hoping that deep down I've done this where I've been just like, you know, this, my weight loss journey, I did this. I was like, you know, I know that like I'm my heaviest and I know I should go to the gym. This is literally my thought process in like summer of last year. Not even summer of last year, I was disabled. But before then, hey, just thinking about it, just before then, I would tell myself like, you know, I should go to the gym. I should like really like, you know, do something about my weight. But it's not that big of a problem yet for me to really like confront it and find a solution. You know, I was in the back of my head was hoping that I would just naturally lose weight by some chance of luck. I would just naturally start to lose weight. I kind of half-assed my journey of losing weight until I started taking it serious. And I could have carried that on for the rest of my life of not addressing the problem. I could have let myself get to 300 pounds. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but like for me personally, I've always been like thinner. And like I know how I am at my best, and I'm someone that wants to be there. That's just me. Someone else's best is someone else's best. Like, I don't mind being this weight, but at the same time, I know that I could. Also, like, I'm uncomfortable because this isn't something I'm used to. So I had to confront it. And it's crazy. I think God kind of helped me with it because I had a neighbor that, what are we recording on live with? Real Mr. Whip Squad. You asked the question and didn't. Oh, wait. I was about to say, how are you going to ask a question and dip? Because essentially you dipped. I'm recording on my computer. Is the audio good? Because my phone died. I can't tell what the audio is. And I left my window open. So you might hear some background city life sounds. Let me know how the audio is. I'm recording with my MacBook. And I have my Yeti mic right here. Got this cute little old flower as the quorum. Maybe I should put this closer. It's good. Okay, thank you. But yeah, I actually had God help me with realizing that I need to confront my problems because I had a close friend that lived in my building, and she would work like 8-hour shifts, and then I would see her heading off to the gym with her gym clothes, and I'm just like, what's my excuse? Like every day was, and it was like I wasn't even looking out the window. It would be like I'm just minding my business, and just when I look out the window, she just happened to be heading to the gym. So I'm like, okay, I get it, God, I get it, I get it, universe. Like, all right, so like if she can do it, I can do it. You know, it was like I wasn't even working full time. I work part time at my corporate job, and I'm over here like denying the problem of my weight gain, because it was just like a steady increase of weight because I wasn't addressing a problem. And it was true, like seeing someone else do it, I was inspired. I was like, no more excuses. And I addressed the problem, and now I solved it. Like, I've lost 20 pounds. I've got 70 more pounds to go. But I'm taking my time with it. You know, I'm in it for the long haul. My goal is to be at 190 by, I want to be at 190 by, not even. I just want to be under 200 by autumn. Last time I weighed myself last week, I was like 202 pounds, and that was like a week ago. So I think I accomplished it. And I'm excited. And I wouldn't be here losing weight if I would have just like ignored the problem and been in denial of the problem. Like, a lot of the times we don't want to address those problems because addressing those problems means that we need to find solutions. And those solutions oftentimes are uncomfortable. But you know what's more uncomfortable is sitting in those problems and letting them become bigger problems. Because when you record on your phone, it won't let you turn it to the side. I don't know what you mean by that, real Mr. Whip Squad. But if you're recording on your phone, what I do is I just like, oh, I don't want y'all seeing my banking information. What I do is I just like, record it horizontal, not vertically. Like, you can record it vertically, but it just looks better horizontal. So maybe try that. Not really sure what you meant by that, but let me know if that's what you meant. So that's pretty much what I wanted to chat about. It's just stop ignoring, stop numbing, stop being in denial of your problems, of your feelings. It's not getting you anywhere but the same place. If you are not happy with where you want to be in life, you need to address certain problems. They may not seem like a big deal right now, but they will become a big deal most times if you don't. If something is making you feel uncomfortable, like if you're feeling a certain emotion, reflect on it. It doesn't hurt to reflect on it, because oftentimes, like, it will unpack, unravel, and clarify so much, so you can actually get a lot further. Sorry, that's such a loud car. I hate loud cars, especially the ones that are like loud because they're trying to be cool. Like, those cars are like, it's like, oh my God. Who told you? Who told you that was cool? You're a menace to society. Every time I hear a car that's like, and it's like always a tiny ass, ugly car that's like super loud. Like, okay, I see what you're trying to make up for. You're a menace to society. In my eyes, if your car is that loud on purpose. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I just can't see a girl being like, oh my God, your car is just so loud and like room. Like, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. For me, if a guy pulled up with a loud car to me, I would look at him and just like turn the other way. Like, I would literally be mad at him because my ears hurt. Like, do you need to like be a menace to society? But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to chat about like problems and emotions that we're ramming down. What are the problems that you're in denial of, that you're not addressing, that you're not confronting? You may not think that it's impacting your life, but it low-key does. Like, in the long haul, it does. Like, if there's something that you're not happy with in life and you're just like rushing it to the side, like, oh, well, someday, like, it'll be something that's solved eventually. Like, I'll get to it sometime. It most times will get worse. And you can start solving that problem now. You don't have to necessarily go so heavy and hard at it. Sometimes you could just take a gentle approach. Okay, now it's actually going down my street. Hold on. I mean, I'm in this live stream right now, so just the closing thought is just Ask yourself, what are you ignoring? What are you choosing to not address? Is it serving you long term to ignore this problem? Or is it just serving you short term in this moment? Is it worth being in denial of these problems and emotions right now? Is it worth sacrificing your future self for your current self, the comfortability of your current self? Or would you rather kind of like get uncomfortable a little bit and unpack these problems, these challenges, and these emotions and do something about it and change your whole scenario, change your whole life? Future is here dating AI 84% match. What is this? What is this? Someone's like commenting a bunch of emojis. Y'all are weird. Not you guys, but people. I don't know, maybe it's a robot, but spam is just so weird. Like, what are you guys getting paid for this stuff? Like, I know if I was spamming people's accounts, I'd be getting paid. Like, life is just too short and expensive out here to be out here doing weird stuff and not being paid for it. Like, I hope someone's paying you to spam me right now, because I mean, if that's what you want to do in your free time for free, thanks for the engagement. All right. Have a great day. I hope you have a great Sunday, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want some guidance with your problems and emotions that maybe you're now confronting and you're not really sure how to navigate them, send me an email. My email is always in my description below. I will email you back. I will try to get to every email and just like help direct you and guide you to resources, or if you are interested in coaching, we can chat and I can help you, because I have a lot of experience with just like confronting things, and it's so worth it.